Welcome everybody to the first day of 21 Day Reset, and I am joined here with my incredible friend, Peter Watson. Peter Watson.
Good morning.
Good morning, my friend. I want to introduce you because you're absolutely a phenomenal human that we have on here. He's the 1997 Canada Cup bodybuilding champion for middleweight. He's the owner of Physique's personal training and consulting since 2001. He's verified and certified by nationally recognized organization CanFit Pro. He teaches people how to live a lifelong, healthy lifestyle of nutrition, fitness, and health through weight training. Wow, how fitting for you to start this 21-day reset, because this is all about who you are, which is absolutely phenomenal. It's so good. Welcome, my friend, and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Grace, and thank you for having me. And I'm excited. I'm very excited. I know that the new year starts, and people, they need encouragement. They need motivation, and it's good to start off with a kick.
You know what, it is really true. People do. I know I do. It's motivation gets you going, but discipline keeps you
absolutely
going, right? And this is all about, but we need encouragement and how to start that motivation, that motivation to keep on going, throughout the year, to really live that fulfilled life.
Absolutely.
To live that fullness of life, where we feel like we have our vitality, we have our vibrancy, we have that fullness each and every day. It's, I believe, and I'm sure you do too, Peter, is that we're to live a fulfilling life, a life of vitality every day, no matter what our circumstances is. Paul says, in everything give thanks, for that's the perfect will of God. And we are all faced with life that can be so challenged, but it's from, you're going to share with us, it's from that foundation, that anchoring foundation, that when life trials come, and there will be trials in 2024, no doubt. We are always faced with some kind of trials, but it's that anchoring, right? It's that foundation that keeps us going. And so for the first day of our 21-day reset, we're talking about discovering your purpose, and the topic being unveiling the power of purpose. And so when I was spending time with the Lord and just going over what we were going to talk about this morning, my question to you, Peter, you have an incredible bio. You're an amazing, you've been to many places. You've spoken, I'm just humbled that you would take some time and spend it with us. But this question of unveiling the power of your purpose, how did you identify that? What does that mean to you?
What it means to me is that God created us on purpose, and He created us on purpose with a purpose. He has a purpose, a best life for each of us. In order to live our best life, we have to get intimate with God. His highest priority for us is intimacy with Him, spending time with Him in His Word, gleaning from the Bible, His Word, His peace, His power, and His perspective. As we draw closer to Him, He can talk to us, not the normal audible way, but there's an understanding that we have because we're taking the time to spend with Him. And when we spend time with Him, He will show us our purpose. He will guide us and lead us where we want to be, where we want to go, where He wants us to go. And that way we have a purpose-driven life, purposefully driven by the omniscient, omnipotent, omnipresent Creator. So what we're doing now, we are making it a priority to get close to God, because that's His highest priority for us. So we spend time with Him. So I have something that reminds me, your time is your life, and your life is your time. The time you spend is your life. And the life you have is the time that you have. So take some of that time, invest some of that time in the Creator who knows what your purpose is, and He's waiting for you to be intimate with Him. So you go to Him in prayer. You take the time out of your day and you say, you know what, Lord, what is it that you want me to do? And you get in the Word. And during that time, He will speak to you in different ways, and He will prompt you in the direction that He wants you to serve Him. When you do that, your testimony becomes impactful, bold, and powerful, leading you now to discipleship, which is sharing the good news of Jesus that lives inside of you. So now you're multiplying the Jesus in you with a hurting world. The world is hurting, it's pain, there's anger, there's resentment, there's strife. And you live in this world, and Jesus lives on the inside of you. And you need to share that. And you need to exude the presence of Jesus. And you need to be Christ-like in everything you do, in your conversation, in your conduct, in everything you do, in your character, and in your mind, in your thoughts, in your conscience, in your consciousness, everything that you are, you need to be Christ-like in your presence. But most importantly, you need to be aware of His presence and His promptings, because you're living on purpose and you're spending time with Him, and He's talking to you in different ways. And then your life is more purposeful. And being a Christian, you have to take the time to draw yourself closer to the Lord. Because if you don't spend time with Him and you've given your life to Christ, and it's just about your salvation, you're not serving His purpose. You need to get close with Him so that you can share the good news and share the Jesus in you. So the main thing I'm trying to say is awareness, number one, and number two is spending time getting intimate with the Lord. And that is the answer to everything, because He will give you the answers. It might not be on your own timing. It might not be the way you want it. It'll be His way and His timing, because you're living His purpose.
I love that so much. Yeah. That was so good. That was perfect. And it's a perfect place to start. Is, you know, there's 5 key areas in our life when we're looking for living that fulfilling life. And Peter, not everybody are Christians that are in this group. We welcome everybody from all different walks of life, whether you have faith or you don't. Our desire is that, of course, everyone should seek after to find out who God is. Because when we do, we will find Him. But not everybody is at that place of knowing who God is. But we have that desire. And so maybe some of you are listening to what Peter has to say, but it's like, well, I don't know about this Christian thing. I don't know about Jesus thing, but that's okay. We totally love you. And this is a place of having a desire for the more, having a desire to know what purpose is. And what Peter is sharing is that it does start the place of faith and desiring to know Him who created us, because we were all made in His image. We were all made in the image of God. And so whether you believe or you don't believe, or sometimes when we've had trauma, when we've had things in our life, right, Peter, people at background, it's hard for them to see God as good.
Yes,
because of the harm of what people have done in their lives, that they resist knowing who God is. Because of that, they've been hurt, they've been traumatized, they've been, just had horrible things, or just haven't been loved at all. And so when somebody hasn't been loved in their life, when they haven't been valued, wherever they're at in life, and they have not felt valued, they have not felt love. When you're talking about intimacy with God and knowing God, that is like very foreign to them.
Yes, indeed.
So for our friends here that it's foreign to, and they resist even like they know that there's something there, but they resist it because it feels so foreign. It feels so painful. The idea of intimacy and knowing who God is and looking for God because they feel like I'm not good enough. How do I get there? So Peter, just from the starting place, you've been Christian a long time and you invest your life into knowing who God is and spending time with him every day, which is beautiful. And it's easy for us to say that when we've done that. But for people that do not have any idea, and they come from a place of not being said, ever hearing, I love you, never like having somebody that has really like committed to what they say that they're going to say. And that's their kind of their vision of who God is, right? Because of their experience. How do they find that from day one, day reset, day of reset, we're 21 day of reset, we're starting day one, and the first day out, we're talking about intimacy with God, and there's people that don't even know who God. So where do they start from that?
Well, they start with what is their purpose? What drives them to be their very best? How can I be my best? What can I do to be the best I can be? And where is that coming from? They have to look at why. The why comes up again. And why is it that I have this strong desire to be my very best? And they have to find out and shoot for that. Because if you don't have a why and you're not aware and you're not looking into yourself, you're not going anywhere. So you have to have a drive, a purpose, something that is driving you. So maybe you have to look into yourself and say, I'm not where I want to be in life, and how do I get there? And you have to dig down and look into yourself. But it's a place of awareness. That's what it is. And you have to have a purpose. You need a purpose.
And so, friends, Peter just gave you the key right there. Because what is the root to that why? What is that root to the desire of what can I be? What can I do? What can I have? What does this mean? What is the very root of that?
Yes.
Right? And that's where you find God, in that place of, I have this inside of me of a desire to know what that is.
That's right. And you want to be your very best. You want to be the best that you can be. So you're going to put effort towards that. You're going to give it 100% effort. You're going to make changes. It's a new year, and we don't have to make changes in the new year, but we're going to change the things that we've been doing that didn't get us where we want to be. We're going to be disciplined. We're going to discipline ourselves in ways that we've been lacking discipline. We're going to be persistent. It's not going to be 1 week, 2 weeks. It's going to be constant. If you fall down, you're going to get back up. If you can't get up, you're going to crawl on your hands and knees, but you're not going to quit. And then there's faith. And faith is believing within yourself, knowing within yourself that you're going to get there. It's another awareness thing. This is my goal, and I'm going to get there. I have the faith that I'm going to get there. So you're going to give it 100% effort. You're going to make the changes that you haven't made to get you to this goal. You're going to be disciplined. You're going to be persistent. You're not going to give up. It takes 21 days to create a habit. And faith. So
friends, 21 days to begin a habit. So what habit are you going to create today? Right? What are you going to create today to make a change? Nothing changes. Nothing will ever change. Nothing will ever grow until you know what change you need to make each and every day.
If you always do what you always did, you'll always get what you always got. So you have to change. And not only do you just make changes, you have to embrace change. You can't just make those changes because you're going to hate it. And then you have to attack change. You have to declare war and say, I don't want to be like this anymore. And a few more tips. You want to have a visual picture of your goals. So you have to visualize. You have to see this picture of yourself. If you can't see it, you can't be it. So you have to visualize it. Then you have to put pressure on yourself. If you don't put pressure on yourself, it's just going to be blah and it's not going to work. And then you have to make deadlines. You have to say, okay, in 3 weeks, I want to be here. And in 6 weeks and in 6 months, because it's not going to happen all at once. You also have to make habits. Maybe you need to wake up and meal prep. Maybe you need to wake up an hour early and start your cardiovascular exercise. Maybe you need to, whatever. You need to, I can't even think of what else, but maybe you need to do whatever it is that's going to get you ahead.
Whatever
so you're going to make whatever your goal is, daily habits. Another important thing, you need to enjoy this process because this is a new lifestyle for you. So you don't want to hate this. You want to enjoy the process. Find a way that you can enjoy this process. Maybe you can look ahead and say, the goals that I have is exactly what I've wanted for so many years. So just the thought of it, you can enjoy that. And then you have to attack. You have to run at this. And the way I look at it, because I'm a Christian, God gives me a goal. And he says, Peter, this is what I want you to do. And it's difficult. I want you to run towards that brick wall. And because it's God, I put faith in there and I run towards the brick wall, knowing that he's going to make a hole there.
Wow.
So I'm not, oh no, I can't do that. No. I'm gone. And he will create a hole there for me. So you have to have, wherever your faith comes from, you have to believe in something. And you can't back down. You can't give up. You have full force straight ahead.
Oh, that is so good, Peter. That is so good. You have to have faith, like faith to believe that when you're running towards the goal, that the way is being made, that door is going to open. Right, with everything in you, and I have a really great hack for you, and for all of us. What I'm training myself is because it says for us to renew our minds, right? To renew our minds every single day. And what I find is that people get into this dialogue. Like I'll go to the gym, and somebody's there. He works out so hard. Like every single day he's there working so hard, and his dialogue is, I hate this. And I'm like, no, you don't. You don't hate this. You're here every single day. You look like you're amazing. He's in his 50s, he's in his 50s, but the world, we just get into that's the way that we should be talking. Why should we be talking like that? Right? We shouldn't be talking. I loved what you said is like, put that desire even in the words of look at something positive about the habit that you're creating and really build on that joy, build on that confidence, right? Build on that faith, build on that trust of why I'm doing that. I don't go to the gym and say, oh, I'm here, I'm doing it. At least I'm here doing it. No, that doesn't motivate me at all. Yes. I motivate myself by saying, I love this. I'm celebrating that I'm here and that I'm doing this. It's slight changes, right? It's very, very slight, but it makes all the difference. Why would I like challenge myself every single day and then talk myself out of it by how much I don't like it and how hard it is and I like it by the time I'm done. No, I like it while I'm doing it.
Exactly. Right? You can even love to hate it. Sorry? Yes. You don't have to hate it. You can love to hate it. Yes. If you hate it, love to hate it. Right? That way you're in control, because if you hate it, then there's this cloud and you at any time you could just quit. But if you love to hate it, bring on the pain. Bring it on. So tell that gentleman, say, maybe you should love to hate it. And he'll think about it. He'll go, maybe that's what he's really saying to you, because he is there. And maybe you can say, I don't think you hate it because you're here every day. You love to hate it.
You love to hate it. That's what I'm going to tell him. You love to hate it.
Because he's in control. If he hated it, he wouldn't be there. He misunderstands. The truth is, he loves to hate it. Yeah, and that's motivating, because if I love to hate something, I'm excited to do it no matter how much pain. So he's just got it wrong, because he's there working out hard every day, isn't he?
Yeah, he's out there. I mean, he is ripped. He's in his 50s. He might even be 60. I don't even know. It doesn't even matter. I just know that he's in a time of life, and he's rocking it. He's built. He looks good.
He loves to hate it.
Amazing. He loves to. He loves to hate it. It's exactly
that's what he's. Yeah, because he couldn't be there consistently every day and hate it. He's working out hard. Where does that drive comes from? Because he loves to hate it.
He loves to hate it. That is so good. Oh, I'm gonna get that too. I just love to hate it.
Because it drives you. Like, actually loving to hate something will drive you more than loving it sometimes. If it's a workout, or if you're mowing the lawn and you love to hate it, you're gonna get in there and grind. It's good.
It is so good. And it's been so good spending this little bit of time with you. You know, everyone, Peter is a one-on-one consultant, and not everybody, of course, is in our area. But I think that we don't even have to be in our area to get connected with you, because you could do like virtual one-on-one consultations and give people direction and what they need, how they can start this life, this 2024 year out right by eating well, fueling your body and exercises that you need to get done. So people, there's a bio there in this group that talks about Peter and what he does and ways that you can connect with him. And he is fire. He's like this every single day, every time that I talk to him. And that's
probably more so. I'm a bit calm right now, but most of the time I'm excited. There's something in me. I get really excited.
He gets really excited. And so we were talking because Peter can send us on the treadmill doing like mock speed at any given moment because he's so motivated. So I was like, okay, we're going to stay intentional in our conversation and give what we can give. But you can see that in Peter, that he lights up and he's ready to shoot out of the gate at any given time. And this is the type of person that you need around you, speaking into your life when you really want to meet those goals, and you want to create those habits. It's really important for us to listen to the right voice. He has experience. He started from somewhere. From here to there, he's journeyed his life, and now he's living to add value to as many people as he possibly can. So I want to invite you, friends, to reach out to Peter, whether it's on Facebook or it's with him in email or phone number. What's the best way to reach out and find you, Peter?
Well, you can go on my website at noexcuses.com, noxqsez.com, and just send me a message and I will respond, or just phone. And if I'm not in a session, I'll call you right back. But it's noexcuses.com.
Awesome. Thank you again, my friend. And I hope that you'll keep along with us and help us along this journey, Peter, as we go tomorrow. I'm going to have my son, Austin Simon, with Simon Mortgages on tomorrow, which is going to be really fun. He's not just a mortgage specialist. He's also a pastor of a church. And he's and he's going to be participating in a national ministry very soon. So that's going to be very, very exciting for him. So he's very motivated, he's very intentional, and he's very purpose driven. And so I'm looking forward to introducing him again. He's been on our show a few times. So you'll love to meet him, and I'll definitely have to say, connect you guys together.
That would be great. That would be great.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. We're building this community for a reason and for a purpose, so that we can mentor and disciple the nation. It says to ask for the nations and they shall be given to us as part of our inheritance. And so I believe with all my heart, as in building this community of entrepreneurs, purpose-filled, faith-filled entrepreneurs, that we are asking for nations. We're asking for our inheritance to be given. So bless you, bless you, bless you.
Thank you, Grace.
And thank you for all of you for joining. Have an amazing, incredible day. And we'll see you again tomorrow at 9 a.m. with Austin Simon of Simon Mortgages. So stay tuned for that.
Thank you.
Have an incredible day, everybody.